hello everyone, this is the newest episode of Volta Mundo. We have monitor Arquinho from Capoeira Hungary, Békéscsaba. Thank you for having us in your own camp. Actually, you organized this event, so thank you for having us.
Thank you for visiting this event. I really appreciate that you are here. I hope that you will enjoy this event that we are just having at the moment, and I hope that we can learn a lot from each other.
Yeah, I think we can. So can we start?
Sure.
So we know that you travel a lot. How does this affect your life as a capoeirista? Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
That's true indeed. I actually travel quite a lot due to my work. I used to travel a lot because of my studies in the past. I think it has, like, nothing is black and white. It has both like a dark side and like a bright side at the same time. I would say that mostly it's a good thing. Of course, I have my group here, so whenever I'm not here, my students are the ones teaching the rest of the group, the members of the group, which could be a little bit problematic sometimes because I'm not always here, so I have to keep an eye on the group. On the other hand, whenever I have the chance traveling even all over Europe or like outside of Europe, I try to visit local groups. I try to participate international events, which is, in my opinion, is very, very crucial and very important. It's about the knowledge share. Like there are a lot of different groups with a little bit of different capoeira. There are different songs. Those are popular in other groups. So in my opinion, it's only something that you can benefit from. You can make some new friendships. So it's something that I also encourage my students as often as possible just to travel all over, not only in Hungary but nearby and even outside Europe. So yeah, I think it's something that you can do, but you have to like schedule your time a lot.
Yes, I bet. Yeah, especially with camps, or because they are usually in the summer and maybe some of them overlap.
Also that could be a little bit problematic. For example, now we have here this camp, which is basically a regional camp. We focus on sequencias of Mestre Bimba, cintura desprezada. We will do a little bit of emboscada, but some people unfortunately couldn't show up as they were participating in other events, so they just went on a holiday that was already scheduled with the family. So that's always a problematic point. But luckily we are quite a few people, and that's why we organize multiple events during the summer. So this is the second one that we have here. I like the place, especially here.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's a really calm one. We have water here, by the way.
Yes.
There's a beach nearby, so it's a really lovely place. I used to have a lot of good experiences here in the past with my capoeira masters, with my professors. So that was the reason that we actually chose this place. And we are like quite a lot of people, although not everyone is here.
Yes. Also, so related to this camp, we of course practice capoeira, the bimba sequences, but also we sing and we make music a lot. Do you have a favorite instrument to play?
Well, it's a little bit like tough question. In the beginning, when I started capoeira, I was a huge fan of playing pandeiro. I used to spend all of my time like playing pandeiro. Just to make sure that it's as fluent as possible. But then, of course, the more experienced you will be a little bit more required, like playing berimbau, the different rhythms on berimbau, singing, like you are the one in charge of the roda. So yeah, nowadays my favorite instrument is definitely berimbau. But on the other hand, I also like playing atabaki a lot, and not only capoeira instruments. Like generally saying, I think music is a very important thing. It's something that's connecting people for sure. So I'm here at this camp, and that was also the main purpose of this camp. It's not only a capoeira camp, but we also invited some people who are drummers. They're playing djembe, conga, and like other musical instruments. Sometimes we even play didgeridoo in these kind of camps, which is pretty good because those people also have the chance a little bit to get to know a little bit more about capoeira. And we also experience some other musical instruments, some other culture, a little bit of African culture, a little bit of Middle East culture. So I think music is very, very essential. Doesn't really matter from which angle we are approaching it. So yeah, that's
So your favorite is actually the berimbau?
Berimbau, nowadays, definitely, yeah.
And which one do you think is the hardest to play, or the easiest?
The easiest to play, in my opinion, Heko, of course,
Yeah.
elbow. The classical ones, berimbau, of course, you can like do different variations. It also depends on whether you are playing a viola or miche or gunga. Viola, you have to like vary a little bit. You have to like play it faster. Sometimes you put some own things into this. While on the gunga you play, for example, the rhythm constantly the same. So I would say that berimbau is the most difficult, although there are a lot of different rhythms when it comes to the atabaki as well, depending whether you are doing pushada, jihede, makulele, and so on and so on. So there are multiple different ways. Also, you have to do the basic things on atabaki. Even if you are from a different group, you may do it differently a little bit, right? So that's the thing.
Okay, so another type of question. I mentioned you travel a lot, now you're a monitor. So you do really different kind of things. What are your future plans as a capoeirista?
Well, I definitely don't know everything at all. I would like to. I mean, how could I? I would like to learn way more about capoeira. I would like to meet a lot of people who observe capoeira a little bit differently. They have different ideas about capoeira. I think the key of doing this is at some point that you have to leave your comfort zone. Therefore, you have to travel more. You have to meet people from Muzenza, from Capoeira Brazil. We have quite good connection, for example, among others, with these groups here. I think it's very important to have a little bit. You have to have an open mindset.
Yes.
And that's my future plan when it comes to me. But as I'm in charge of a group, I primarily focus on also on my students. So I would like to have a stable group. I would like to know that my students feel comfortable whenever it comes to like the basics. They are happy to play berimbau. They can do all these things without asking me. And then they can focus on like more complicated things, complicated sequencias, complicated techniques, some takedowns. They are asking things proactively. So my focus is on my group. As for now, we are planning to apply for a tender. We would like to a little bit be more involved in like social projects, mentoring, and these kind of things. Maybe volunteering. I think that's quite a thing nowadays. It's very important.
Yes.
And I would also like my students to feel responsible whenever it comes to these social things. So my focus is on my group as for now.
And do you think you can combine the two aspects of your life, for example, your group and traveling? Do you think that those two can be put together? For example, traveling with your group to meet other groups all around the world.
You have to. I think it's impossible. You have to find the right practices, in my opinion. So that's the key definitely for this. The key for the success. I would like also not only myself but also my students to travel more, because within our academia we are just like academia. We just meet the same people, so you already know what to expect from the others. But when you go and meet some other people in other academies, then you will see them doing capoeira differently. You will be surprised. You will break this regular flow. You will think a little bit differently. So I think it's possible internally in Hungary, but it's relatively easy. But I would also like to encourage the team to get together sometimes, get in the car, book a flight ticket and go somewhere just inside Europe, for example. So and the more we do this, the more other friends, capoeira friends, will follow the same example, which means that we will, at the end of the day, probably we will be better than how we were in the beginning. So
Yes.
that's the point. Like you have to constantly seek for the opportunities to have to improve yourself and your group.
Yes. So, as a following to these questions, do you have a special message as a capoeirista to other capoeiristas all over the world? Or do you have a motto, maybe?
I know what you mean. Let's say if I would have any message, that would be like, be open-minded, be welcoming when it comes to other groups, other capoeiristas, other different approaches, other methodologies. Try Angola, try regionata, do a lot of capoeira contemporaneia, try the dances, try to be more involved in the Brazilian culture, the African culture, and also try to implement it more in your daily capoeira. So that's my message for everyone. Just be really open-minded and really welcoming whenever it comes to new things. I think changing is not necessarily bad. Capoeira is changing a lot today, and the secret of this is like in you guys. Like you are the ones who are changing capoeira, and that's how it's evolving into something new every single day.
Yes, that was great. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having us, for answering all of our questions. My name is Raposa. This was Volta Mundo. If you like the video, please click on the subscribe button below. If you want to participate in the Volta Mundo, just send us an email and we will get right back to you. We let you know the world, and we let the world know you. Goodbye.
Thank you guys. See you.